Okay, guys, I just heard birds. I was a little concerned because I hadn't for a minute, but I did look up the likelihood of tsunami in this area, and it's like it's a lot. So my dogs aren't calming down as much with this one person that they ran into, which was a woman. I don't know. Dude was just barking a little more than he usually does. And then, yeah, it's like the hottest part of the day, and I couldn't hear any birds, but now I'm hearing them again. So we're okay. But I wanted to comment on last night, the Super Bowl. Holy shit. On so many fucking levels, guys. First, just how I ended up with my friends. When I stopped my video that I shared, we sat down on one of the chairs out there, which I don't tend to do because sometimes people try to come and run you off, and that's just a irritation waiting to happen. So but they had removed the pads and stuff, and so I was like, okay, we'll just stay here and finish watching the sun go down and then go find the bar I thought I was going to hang out at. And a text came through from one of my friends that, you know, because I had asked if they were okay and needed to know after the thing, and I hadn't heard from them, and I'm thinking, well, maybe shit, like a pipe cracked and gas leak and what the fuck, and but I didn't want to mother anybody. So, but right when I was responding, they walked up on the beach because they recognized the pups. And so then we went, and so that was amazing. And then we went to the bar I thought I wanted to be at, but they apparently weren't letting anybody in. And the bartender that was working isn't the one I know the best, and he doesn't speak very good English, and so I wasn't going to use that card, but ended up working out because the one spot we saw that was less crowded was actually showing the game in Espanol. So there wasn't a lot of the riffraff that I was worried about running into. I shared with my friends, it seems to be my lot in life right now to explain to attractive white passing men their privilege. And it gets me to a space, but I'm also over trying to explain anything to anybody. If you don't get it, you don't get it, and I can't leak energy there. Got my own battles, and I got to be able to, you know, be there for the people that I work with. So school doesn't always need to be in session, but because we were at this bar that was in Espanol, it wasn't a problem. So we also found a spot that had some sand and a space for the dogs, and so not only were we able to dance through the whole Bad Bunny show, but the pups were happy, and we were out of the way, and the service was fantastic, and they had great ceviche, and I had an Indio, which was recommended to me by an older brother of mine. That, you know, that's about as close as we've gotten, which is, to me, pretty cool. It's a neat little connection, I think, and it was good beer. So they ran out of Dos Equis, and so he was listing off what he had, and I heard Indio, and I was like, oh, yeah, give me that. So Seahawks, oh my God, just that whole thing. I posted a little blurb about, this wasn't a football game, this is light versus dark. And, you know, you got this woman-owned team who's hella philanthropist, and the first woman to lift the trophy, and the Lombardi trophy, and just not to mention the Seahawks defense. Like, my throat's a little sore, but I was still really, really impressed at how much screaming these almost 44-year-old lungs were able to do last night. And the Patriot fans revealed themselves like once, because they had one good play. But the way the game went, it was incredible. It was exciting, and then I was able to peace out before, because it was over before it was over. And on my way out, I yelled, "God bless America, fuck Trump, and go Seahawks," and they cheered. So it was cool. It was a good time. I then came back, and the girls and I had a great, real conversation about where we're at, and particularly as women, and can feel the matriarch rising. And the earthquake just makes it more, I don't know, just a lot of light that we've needed. And for that idiot to no, I'm not even gonna bring that into it. But then apparently there was the alternative show, the Kid Rock show or whatever, and that stupid C word. I do tend to draw the line there, especially on social media. Drape my flag around herself. Yeah, but 6 million views of that versus 135 million views, record breaking for Bad Bunny. And I don't know his music like that, but I can salsa and I can move, and just the right amount of beers, and it was a good time. And you could just feel it. You could feel the heritage. You could feel the vibe of culture and pain and rising above, and people that need to be seen and heard, and who are Americans. I say the States when I'm traveling, because it's all America here. Like, it's ignorant. It's such patriotic bullshit from, like, or patriotic, it's posing as, America being the finest, when in fact we are far from it, and particularly how we're behaving right now. It's embarrassing. Anyway, so the night was amazing, and saw a post from somebody about how I was somewhere where they chose to air the other alternative show, and it was pretty good or something like that. And I'm just like, if you don't understand that the lines have been drawn, we're not talking about whether or not you like someone's politics. We're talking about child sex trafficking rings and pedophilia and disgusting behaviors, whether or not all of it's true. Any of it is that, and we got proof of that shit. I can't wait for this stuff to be read unredacted this week in Congress. And I hope Bill and Hillary get to testify. I'm betting, they're gonna fold. The Republicans are gonna fold on that. But we're not just talking about a president you don't like. We're talking about 37 felony counts. I believe it's 37. I lose count, right? He's suing the IRS for $80 billion that we will have to pay for if that comes through. Gas and grocery prices, where they at, y'all? Cost of living, has that gotten any better? Not to mention what's being exposed here, the treatment of women and people of color. And I'm fucking done. And if you're not done, then you're not welcome at my table. And the other table is on the wrong side of history. And to claim a tie to Christ about any of this is just nauseating, to say the least. So yeah, it was great to experience some light and love last night, and some authenticity, and tolerance and inclusion, and the things that will let this species fucking survive. And land of the free, home of the brave, pursuit of happiness. Like, what the fuck? Where did that go? So, great night. I think we've rounded a corner. We all needed that energy. Bad Bunny, oh my God. I mean, the man is a fucking treasure. And I'm grateful for him. I'm grateful for his confidence and his nerve to do what he did. And he did it with elegance and class. He didn't come out, like in any way that should be offensive to fucking anybody. Like, he didn't push the edges that way. He pushed the edges with, hey, why don't we try love versus hate? Why don't we try taking care of each other instead of letting billionaires and the elite get away? I hate that fucking word. Billionaires and child. No, you know who I'm talking about. Continue to feed the cogs of that wheel like you're above it, because you're not, unless you're one of them. And unless you sat directly at a table with them, you're not one of them. Hate to burst your bubble. So I think we've rounded a corner. I look forward to this week, and hopefully I continue to speak about it in a way that is for the highest good of everyone involved. I'm not here to fight a war over ego. Like, that's not what this is about. This is about treating each other as humans and protecting one another, and how much patriarchal thinking has fucked us from so far back, it's just not even funny, and how pissed women are becoming about it. Thank God, as we should. So that's my intention here, and to thank Bad Bunny and everybody, you 135 million viewers that know what the fuck's up, and the Seahawks, and the owner of the Seahawks, her name's escaping me right this second. I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry. But wow, just love wins. Love won, and it will continue to. And I know we get frustrated trying to be patient, and I know Minnesota's still going through it, and of course media cycle has moved on, and there's distraction with racist president doing stupid shit and literally shitting and all of these things. That being said, I do feel like we've turned a corner, so hopefully that's the case. All right, that's all for now.